I would like to thank Alexander Ekos for his wonderful performance of Etude Opus 25 by Frederick Chopin. I've known Alexander Ekos all his life. His family have been good friends, and please read his bio in the booklet of the program to learn of his many accomplishments. And the booklet link is posted in the chat. And dear distinguished speakers, presenters, participating students and schools, contributing organizations, international student coordinators, volunteers, and all our guests in all parts of the world. Welcome to the 23 J.U.C. Award ceremony. This is my great honor to host and have you in this program. This program is web streamed through YouTube with the hashtag #LightMillenniumTV. Please kindly make sure to keep your mic mute unless you're speaking, and also your camera on, because we don't want your image is just black recorded. And I am Bircan Ünver, founder, president of the Light Millennium Charitable Global Human Advancement Organization, and author and director of this project. And this project, as many of you know, it's epicenter of my heart. Today, we will be presenting in the media research writing, general writing, Türkiye, and Water Action Awards. And we do have also two special awards. One is one goes to Nepal, the others is going to be presented by ATATÜRK Society of America. With that, it is my honor and privilege to introduce you, member of the 2023 Evaluation Committee. Except for the chair, I will just list their names. You can find more information about them in the booklet. Again, it's this link is shared in the chat box. Chair of the committee is Ambassador Rodrigo A. Carazo, permanent representative of Costa Rica to the United Nations from 2018 to 2022, whom we made a number of programs together. And also he's 2022 executive president of the executive board of UNESCO, currently member of the UN Human Rights Committee in Geneva, and advisory board of the Light Millennium, advisory board member of the Light Millennium, and the chair of the committee. And members of the evaluation committee are
Professor Olcay Ünver from the Arizona State University, Professor Edward Foster, returned from the Stevens Institute of Technology, Professor Günay Smith, retired from South Virginia Community College, Professor Emeritus Gary M. Grossman from Arizona State University, Professor Hande Subaşılar from Caldwell University, Dr. Mildred Van Bergen from Empire State University. In addition to these colleagues and our chair, Ambassador Karaza, make up the list, the 9 members of this year's evaluation committee. The result you will see today, it's been good through all of us, and everyone contributed with a great harmony and support. Working with this committee, as I indicated, which has been an incredible harmony, has been a unique privilege. Professor Errol will later describe the evaluation process. Furthermore, I would like to welcome our distinguished speaker, Mr. Ramo Damodaran, who will deliver opening remarks, followed by Ambassador Karaza. And I would like to welcome to our honored speaker, Dr. Serpil Tuncer, the head of History and Culture Commission at the Rüşafaka Foundation. I also would like to welcome Gülgün Kara Mete, Secretary of the ATATÜRK Society of America, who will be presenting a special award on the 100th anniversary of Republic of Turkey. Along the way, we will have video presentations of Professor Olcay Ünver's speech in the water action category, and a short performance by the pianist Can Korkmaz Sağlam, and finally remarks by Ambassador Ertuğrul Apakan, who was the permanent representative to the UN from 2009-2012. And also in his presentation is going to be on the 100th anniversary of Republic of Turkey. At this point, please allow me to present you concept of the J.U.C award, which is also included in the booklet. This is going to be a section or a summary of it. The concept is hope never fades. We have gathered here today to recognize and celebrate the achievements of these year's winners at the J.U.C Memorial, I call it Encouragement Awards, which was founded to honor my son's life and love of learning in January 2020. The initials J.U.C represents my son's name, Can Ünver Kalkın. Since my son, Can Ünver Kalkın's sudden departure at the very young age, my whole attempt has been to transform my love for him, along with my deep sorrow and pain, into the constructive path, as his spiritual guidance helps me and makes me feel like he's watching over this project established in his name to inspire talented children and youth. Consequently, I will feel as if he will turn to me with a beautiful smile and say, "Mom, did you really make this project for me on my name? Thanks, Mom." As almost to hear his voice in my mind and imagine hearing it for many years to come, I expect that holding this encouragement awards and achievement of young talented students in all over the world through it will also help me hold on to life and make me happy. To have Can Ünver Kalkın's name kept alive and to keep his memory with us for many years to come through this competition dedicated to him, that will have made them happy too. You can find the full text of the speech in the program booklet. Now, it is my honor and privilege to invite the chair of the 23 J.U.C Awards, Evaluation Committee, Ambassador Rodrigo A. Carazo, to deliver his opening remarks. Welcome, Ambassador Carazo. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us all in this very, very meaningful event, very, very meaningful program in which all of us here present and through the waves feel so close to you, Virgin, on this occasion. If I may recall, when I arrived in New York City in the year of 2018, you were one of the first persons to look for me and to find me and to join efforts to tell me what you were doing and how we could blend into meaningful events, achievements, activities as we did. And so we got close from the very, very beginning. At that moment, salient among those activities was your preparation of the program for the 150th anniversary of Gandhi in 2019. And not only that, but many, many events through the broken program of those 4 years in New York due to the pandemics in which we kind of were kept apart in New York City for reasons known, and also due to your grief in those days too, in which we all felt so close to our friend in grief at that time and now. I mean, this program is an excellent one. It's a show of how a good program is developed by one person in perfection, in full perfection. I mean, from A to Z. It is the dedication, the work of Virgin that shows up and that has encouraged us to be present and to be active and to, well, join as an evaluation committee, read the propositions that have been made for the contest, learn from them. I have learned from the high school participants that wrote essays for, not for my evaluation, but for my knowledge also. And it has been a wonderful experience for which we appreciate, of course, the sponsorship of so many organizations that will be cited through the program, and the participation of so many contestants from 5 countries, if I recall correctly, and many regions within those countries. Hope to expand them in the future. And well, I would finally say that through this program we develop into what J.U.C means, a wonderful human being. I've never met him personally, but now from what I hear and from what I read from him, he is a wonderful human being with whom we feel approached, and with you, Virgin, also. Thank you. Now it is my task to introduce Ambassador Ramu Damodaran, who is an Indian diplomat, with a long career in the United Nations Department of Global Communications, which he was part of since 1996 until his completion of the journey in May of 2021, now full of life. He joins us in this activity today to honor the students, honor the participants, and honor the persons we are feeling close and remembering John in his life and in his afterlife. So Ambassador Damodaran has been a member of the Indian Foreign Service and is currently doing what he learned very well to do at the UN Department of Global Communications, which is fostering one of the sectors that he fostered then, which was the United Nations academic impact, as well as the Dag Hammarskjöld Library, feeling close to young students, young international students. And I most welcome you, Ambassador Damodaran. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ambassador Carazo, and thank you, Bijan, for including me in this event. I was very moved, Ambassador Carazo, to hear your recollections of your first year in New York, which in a sense culminated with the event that Bijan organized on the 150th birth anniversary of the father of my nation and the father of the nation of many of our students and teachers assembled here today, Mahatma Gandhi. I was reading an article a couple of weeks ago by the economist and writer Kate Raworth, where she has given a practical dimension, if you will, to the famous saying of Mahatma Gandhi, that the world has enough for everyone's need, but simply not enough for everyone's greed. And Kate Raworth, in her study, says, the one nation which has the strongest combination of living within the means of the planet and meeting the needs of the people of the planet is Costa Rica. And I'm particularly humbled because this time last week, I was in San Jose at a week-long program at the University for Peace, with which I'm associated. And it's so wonderful to be greeted not as we do in most languages by good morning, good afternoon, good day, but by the joy of that phrase, pura vida, the pure life. And that pure life, Ambassador, that your great country has brought to the world, a pure life rooted in peace, but really dramatized in the many interpretations and possibilities inherent in the idea of peace. When I heard Alexander begin this program with that very moving rendition of the Chopin Etude, I recalled what Chopin had once said about why he composed music. And his answer was, I want to create a new world for myself. Think about that for a moment. He wanted to create a new world for himself. But in so doing, he created a new world for the so many of us who were able to eavesdrop upon it, to see it performed, to hear it on the radio. And I bring that to mind to this absolutely splendid global contest that Bijan and the Light Millennium have initiated. And the three areas that it focuses upon: media, research, and writing. And my very fear, greatest fear really, is that all three are in danger of extinction. Media has become so transient. There is an impatience in reading a well thought out, a well considered article, listening to a well-argued podcast, because it defies the limitations we have placed upon us of an attention span of 60 seconds or less. There is an impatience with research, because the very nature of research is like the layers of an onion peel. The more you peel, the more there is left to peel. And so research leads to further research, and thereby to impatience. Why bother at all? Why not take a fact as given? And as for writing, children today are not even taught to write. They're taught to use a stylus on their phones. And the patience, the longevity of putting down on paper something that will survive after you is not something most people want. They would prefer their life to be measured and their thoughts to be measured in sound bites. So you have an enormous challenge before you in this global context, because you are trying to not only preserve, but revive skills and arts that are in danger of being lost to time. And when I think back to another great visionary statesman of the 20th century, like Mahatma Gandhi, Kemal ATATÜRK, and I think of some of the points that he made about our biggest battle being the battle against ignorance. And he linked that to another thought saying, if you want to know me, don't just know my face. That is not me. My thoughts are me. And that is what this great adventure of the J.U.C. Awards represents. The idea of being able to use the power, the imagination, the possibility of our minds to extend, to help shape, and to be helped shaped by the minds of others. Kemal ATATÜRK was a statesman far ahead of his times. He once said that everything we see in the world today is the result of the creativity of women. And when I look at this galaxy of the gallery view before me, and the number of thinking, distinguished, caring women who are here, women who have defined the world as their family, and not just the family that they gave birth to or married into, but the larger planet as a whole. And this, to my mind, and Ambassador Cardozo involved has been so intimately been with intimate United Nations multilateral negotiations, including, to my mind, the most intimate of them all, of human rights, might agree with me that we are no longer in the 21st century in an age of nation states, where nation states are defined by their governments. We are in an age of the people who constitute these nation states. I recall reading an article some weeks ago by Dr. Gary Grossman, who is with us this morning, where he spoke about the tendency to believe that global issues like climate change can only be resolved by governments. And the idea that there was a poll taken of more than 4,000 individuals in 38 countries about what they felt was necessary to avert climate change, and how those results were accumulated and assimilated and aggregated to the possibilities of coherent policy. That is what I hope will happen every year with the J.U.C. Awards, that they will keep pace with the times, introducing, as they have this year, the idea and the possibilities of water, so vital to every aspect of human life, extending those ideas, but always allowing them to be integrated into the well-rounded human personality that J.U.C. was, and the human personality that Pura Vida will always represent. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would just take two very short mentions that the ambassador has just made. One is about it's about the importance of women in today's world, the importance of women for us, importance of all of you in this program, as I've checked in the photos, in the lists, you are a majority here, and therefore it will go well. It will go perfectly well, led by women, and congratulations on that. We keep on striving for that right of us, which is to have the participation and the leadership of women in our affairs. And the second one goes to the University for Peace here in Costa Rica, and for the Pura Vida that Ambassador Ramu sensed last week here in Costa Rica. Too bad we didn't meet, but the University for Peace has a strong, very, very strong meaning for me, as it brought my attention to the possibilities of learning about peace and preparing for peace rather than for war. And is in a small issue, it was the creation of my father back in 1781, and therefore we were 5 brothers, and the university was our big sister, and still to this day. Back to you, Virgin.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Carazo, and thank you so much, Mr. Damodaran. Really, you being the best supporters and encouragement, what we were able to do through the UN system, and that also pursued our programs with respect, and also I didn't have issues acceptance when I reach out member states or UN as Mr. Damodaran, as yourself, Ambassador. But now I can't skip this opportunity. Now I really like to make this public without your permission. Our goal, or my dream, is some of you know in this meeting that I'd like to organize, of course, within university in collaboration with many organizations and institutions possible, but it must be at the university, global goals and ATATÜRK, because University for Peace brought me this idea. I hope one day University for Peace will host a conference on global goals and ATATÜRK before 2030. So I couldn't miss this opportunity to mention my dream. At least it has been a dream last 2 years, as you know, Ambassador Carazo. Yes. And thank you so much for that. And especially also Mr. Damodaran's remarks, Gandhi, ATATÜRK, youth, and the keywords that we have, and what now, how those are transformed, and what we are trying to, those are very powerful remarks and encouragement for the youth. Thank you to you both, and I really appreciate, and we are more empowered by your remarks and statements. Now, this is another session. Also, it is also excitement because the presentation will be made by youngest, and a special tribute to J.U.C. readings of short pieces written again by J.U.C. As first, I would like to invite Alat Subashilar, who is just 8 years old, and I consider Alaz as a late millennium child because he was born when his mother was the Secretary General of the late millennium. And Alaz will present a short poem by J.U.C called Mr. Virus, which was written in 2004. Welcome, Alaz. Floor is yours.
Mr. Virus, stop from breaking 256789990. Why viruses get to destroy the computer? So when can you stop, Mr. Naughty? Why do they make this virus? Why? How can you bad guys make viruses? I think because they want to see what viruses do. Why do you this, Mr. Virus? Because is virus is £0. Who made this virus? I think because they like to. Why do you this, Mr. Naughty? Because Mr. Naughty is bad. Mr. Naughty get bad and they don't know what they are doing.
So cute, isn't it? Thank you so much, Alaz Subaşılar, and to his mother who helped to him to encourage him, and it's really one of the cutest part. And I think Alpcan may not be able. He is here. Excellent. So I wasn't sure. So okay, then let me introduce him because I couldn't see him before. Now also the second piece will be by Mustafa Alpcan. He will be presenting the 8 continents discovered, written by J.U.C in 2002. Literally, he was 5 years old. I can't believe that. And it is, of course, an unfinished story like many others. And he has chosen 2 sections to present to you. Thank you so much, and floor is yours, Alpcan.
Recently, the 8th continent has been discovered, said Jack, a hero that won about 12 awards for saving the world. The scientist, Mr. Anderson, agreed and said, the world-saving crew will go to an island to see if other people could live on the 8th continent. I'm getting confused, said Jack. Why are you talking about a continent and an island? Mr. Anderson replied to him, well, you see, the island, the 8th continent, this is the biggest island we ever saw or discovered. Jack also asked, why am I not in the hero crew? The scientist said, you're not experienced enough, but I won 12 awards. Well, you're not going and the hero crew is leaving at midnight. You're not going to be awake that long, said the scientist. Then the scientist walked down the hall. Jack said to himself, I'm going to that island even if I get arrested or not. It was cold and rainy out. Good chance for a blizzard, Jack said to himself. Should I go? He was about to change his mind, but he reminded himself he is the most honored hero in America. I'm not going to stop for my trip to fame because of a stupid blizzard, Jack said to himself. For the entire day, Jack was making notes and sketch notes about the trip to the island and what he needs to survive there with. But Jack stopped making notes and sketch notes because it was 12 o'clock without even looking at the clock. It was trip time. But on the news, he realized that he might not be the first ones there. Another team was racing to the island, Jack said to himself. I have to get to the island first or my fame will turn into shame. Chapter 2, Island Attack. Jack ran out of his house and took the bus to the side of the city. Then Jack sneaked on the boat, full of hero adventures without anyone seeing him. The trip to the 8th continent was a 12-month journey, and he wasn't spotted by anyone full 12 months. Although one time on the trip, people were lifting up a barrel of food, and Jack was hiding behind him. They almost caught him, but he quickly hid behind another barrel. At the end of the journey, he sneaked out of the boat with the rest of the adventurers. Although the other team did not get to the continent first, but the other team was more lucky to not get there first because there were in a very cold part of the island, and it was winter. So the other team probably would be more lucky because they wouldn't have to face harsh snowstorms and blizzards. So what's the point of getting here if you cannot get back? He quickly separated from the team because he knew he would get spotted if he followed his team. Finally, I'm back from the 12-month trip. I was so worried that the guards would have caught me, but I'm one of those lucky little fellows, Jack said as he continued north on the island. As he continued, he got attacked by hungry hyenas, but he had a rope and he lassoed the hyenas up and tied them to a tree. So he continued north even more when he heard noise of a tree falling down. Oh no, said Jack, because the tree that fell down was the one that had the hyenas tied up, which let them escape. Now even angrier than before, so Jack quickly saw the hyenas chasing after him, so he jumped into the water because the cats do not like water, so cats will not go into the lake to go after Jack.
Thank you, Atcan. This is really very kind of you, and you presented it perfect. And he would be so happy to hear that's what's been presented. The longer yet incomplete version of the story is available through Light Millennium.org. Now, I would like to invite Sude ÇAPOGLU. She is the 2021 first place winner in the writing category. Sude has been one of the student coordinators of this project, along with contributed to the guideline as well. Sude will present a short story again by J.U.C, which was written in 2004, called Welcome to Ancient Egypt. And welcome to Sude ÇAPOGLU. Floor is yours.
Many thanks, Ms. Invite. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, my name is Sude ÇAPOGLU. I'm an incoming penultimate year law student at the University of Bristol in the UK. After I won the 2021 J.U.C Writing Award, I wanted to work with and contribute to the Light Millennium organization for the 2023 J.U.C Awards to reach a higher number and variety of high school students. Ms. Ünver has been very kind and asked me to become the student outreach coordinator. My outreach efforts were international, but with a main focus in Türkiye, which I'm very pleased to see the outcome produced as a number of winners. I was also given the opportunity to suggest topics for the writing category, especially the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Türkiye category, apart from my outreach work. With today's ceremony, we are finalizing the 2023 J.U.C Awards, for which I'm very happy to take part in. And I hope that in the future, we can further develop this project in the loving memory of John Enver Kalkin. Finally, I would like to thank Ms. Bircan Ünver for the support, encouragement, and guidance she has provided throughout the project. It's my honor to read a short piece written by John Enver Kalkin as a special tribute. John Enver Kalkin had a passion for pyramids and ancient Egypt from a very young age, although he had never been there. He wrote the following piece at the age of 7 for the Light Millennium, which was published on May 8, 2004. He mentioned some hieroglyphics within the text, which are left out for this presentation. At the end of this piece, he noted that he has been working on a book project titled Underwater Mysteries. Even though he laid out the titles of 100 chapters, unfortunately, he never finished it. Additionally, Ms. Ünver has a couple of his unfinished stories and video game story plots with the ancient civilizations theme. So, welcome to ancient Egypt. 6,000 years ago, Egypt began. Egyptian kings were called pharaohs. They ruled Upper and Lower Egypt. King Khufu, this is only the closest estimate, was the most famous pharaoh of them. His pyramid was made out of 2 billion blocks of limestone and has a sphinx guarding it. The great pyramid of King Khufu took 20 years to build. Other pyramids took 70 days to build it. There are 6 rooms in a pyramid. Did you know Egypt has the longest river called Nile? It has 2 seas and one of them called Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. Not all Egyptian tombs were shaped like pyramids. Regular people were buried in the sand. Egyptians had a special writing called hieroglyphs, which meant scattered writing. The Egyptians thought that the thinking came from the heart, not from the brain. So they usually took the brain out of the nose by shaking it until it was liquid, until to pour it out. The organs, liver, and neck were placed in a special stone jar. Egyptians believed Isis, an Egyptian god, was a protector of these special stone jars. Here are some Egyptian food you can make. Wholemeal bread. Mix 4 cups of wholemeal cups flour with 1.5 teaspoons salt and 2 cups warm water. Knead well, shape into rounds or triangles. Leave overnight on a baking tray. Decorate the round loaves with thumb marks. Bake for 1.5 hours at gas mark 4. At least every year there's one flood. Therefore, check it out before planning to go to Egypt. Can Ünver Kalkin, The Light Millennium, May 8, 2004, New York. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Sude. Thank you so much. It's really a very cute story. Always, it makes me smile. And on his memory, although we couldn't go together, I went last November, and a picture in the story, in the booklet, represents that. And now also I'd like to thank for your kind words, and I'd like to mention that indeed in the guidelines, definitely I would have under each category question about suggested theme for the 100th anniversary. And when we start working together, when you approach to contribute to this project, and then you came up to 3 set of questions, and I said, oh, no, we should have a separate category. We should not merge within the sets of suggested themes. And that also how the 100th anniversary category came about. So you are the source. Also, this is a great example how youth can contribute and be part of it and become one of the center point of the projects. Thank you for that. And it will remain for us, and hopefully the similar approach will continue, evolve for the next ones. Now, please allow me to invite Professor Sibel Erol, clinical professor, Department of Middle Eastern and Islamic Studies at New York University, to present you on how we are determine the winners of today through a meticulous evaluation process and general information on the awards. Professor Erol has been one of the members of the evaluation committee, and she has been a wonderful friend and supporter of the LM Global org for many years. No further ado, I would like to invite Professor Erol for her introductory speech on the awards. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Bircan, and hello, everybody. I wanted to share with you the criteria that the committee used in evaluating the submissions. There were 5 questions we asked of each entry. 1, is there a strong, clear, original creative idea or argument or research agenda? 2, is this idea or argument well supported with evidence supporting detail and research? 3, is the main idea or argument coherently developed throughout, conveying a sense of movement and reaching a clear conclusion? 4, is the language used in the essay or presentation appropriate, grammatically correct? 5, is the essay or project engaging? Does it stand apart from the others in the same category? Students received a score ranging from 1 to 4 for each question for a possible total score of 20 points. And as you know, all evaluations were blind, and the names of the students were revealed only after the results became final. Submissions were made under different categories, which have already been named. And these categories offered different themes and tasks that students could engage in. There was the general writing category, writing about the Turkish Republic celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2023 was one of the essay topics under the general writing category, but as was mentioned, was turned into a category of its own during the evaluation process, with support from the ATATÜRK Society of America, which is offering a special prize for this category. There was a category for media projects, a category on water entitled Water Action, and a category for research. And again, during the evaluation process, a special encouragement prize was added for essays about and from Nepal just for this year. What are the prizes? What have the winners won? What are they getting? Well, the first prize winner for each standard category is receiving a cash prize of $300. The second place winner is getting for each, again, standard category, a cash prize of $200. And the third place winner for each category, standard category, is receiving a cash prize of $100. The prize for overall excellence, which is the grand prize, was chosen from among the essays that were rated the top for each one of the standard categories. And the winner is receiving a cash prize of $500. There are two special categories, prizes, added only for this year. The first one is the best essay treating the subject of the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Turkey. And as I said, this is a prize that is presented and generously funded by the ATATÜRK Society of America, and it's a cash prize of $300. And the second special award is an encouragement prize for submissions from and about Nepal, given by the Light Millennium Global Organization, and it's a cash prize of $100. Okay, so we are now starting to present the winners. The next category is going to be the category of media. And let me give you a brief introduction to this category. This allowed students to submit digital or video projects addressing basically issues of contemporary global problems and solutions. Students could focus on the topic of recycling or the negative and positive aspects of the internet, or take a similar pro and con approach to social media. The topic was turned out to be the most popular, involved focus on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And one popular prompt students preferred was to choose a sustainability goal and show how that was important in their lives and illustrate how they implemented it themselves. So in media, the second prize goes to Rukshana, R.A. Rukshana from India, with her project entitled My Favorite Sustainable Development Goal number 7, which was about affordable and clean energy. You can watch her presentation in the website. And she recommends, she says that in her life, she unplugs everything that is not in use, which is something I do as well. And you see her certificate on the screen. And congratulations, R.A. Rukshana. Let's go to the first place winner. She is Kavisha Amandi Jayaratni with her video, See the Human, which deals with the sustainability goal of gender equality. And we're going to, again, congratulations, Kavisha Amandi Jayaratni. We'll see the video, actually. Let's watch it. And after watching it, she will get a chance to talk for a minute.
Yapamayacağım.
And could we have a hand wave from Ms. Rukhsana to identify her in the audience if she is? Who got the second prize? Oh, hello. Okay, very good. Congratulations. Congratulations. And now let's
Thank
see.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let's see Mr. Ratney, who is going to be able to talk for a minute. Is she here?
Yes. Hi, I'm Kavisha Jaratna from Whitelist Academy, Sri Lanka. And thank you so much for this incredible honor. And I'm deeply grateful to Light Millennium Global Organization for recognizing and appreciating my work. And I want to express my appreciation to Whitelist Performing Arts Academy for directing, guiding, and giving me the opportunity to participate in this competition. And the award holds great significance for me, as this is my first time making an animated short film. And to describe my creation in brief, it focuses on gender inequality, and the entire story was in the point of view of a man. Also, the concept was further improved by using specific colors and changing them throughout the story. And the concept came to my mind with the experiences I had throughout my life and the stories I heard from others. And the knowledge I earned while making this will be a great asset for my life. And in closing, I would like to express my gratitude once more to Ms. Burjan from Light Millennium Organization, Sir Nalika Swarnatilaka, founder and teacher of Whitelist Performing Arts Academy, Ms. Kaumudi, Ms. Tarashi, and other teachers of Whitelist Academy, my sister, and my parents. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. To the winners of this category, and let's go on to research now.
Hande,
Bircan, we have to see Olcay Bey's.
our research, Hande will present research. Hande Subaşılar.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for participating today. It is my privilege to be part of the evaluation committee and of course, this event. In the research category, there were 10 themes for applicants to choose from, such as how do you map the future of AI in the dynamics of civilizations? And research-based solutions toward universal access to water and sustainability. And what are the most efficient, effective, and reliable channels and solutions to achieving 10% clean, renewable and energy in all aspects, sectors of life globally by 2045. And for the research category, the winners are with the certificate, third place winner, Mr. Perinbe Athiban. Artificial Intelligence, the shining star of modern technology, the title of his essay, his research, and it was in the research theme as artificial intelligence, angel or demon. 12 standard in Venamal with Yalaya, Aya Nambakam, Chennai, India. Yes, congratulations to our third place winner, Perinbe Athiban.
Thank you, ma'am.
And for the second place winner, Ms. J.U.C. Kumari, for the research COVID-19 disasters invention of 21st century from St. Paul's Modern School, Bokhara Thermal, Bokhara, Jharkhand in India. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Omari, for your application and congratulations on your second place. And the third, I'm sorry, and the first place winner is Ms. Simay Yüksel. Her title, her research paper title was "Stem Cells: A Promising Hope for the Future," and the theme was what are your visions and expectations for the next wave of scientific achievements, stem cell. She's from TED College, Ankara, Türkiye. Congratulations to Ms. Simay Yüksel on her first place winner. Bircan.
We'd like to invite Simay Yüksel for a minute for her acceptance or
Can we see the others as well? Can the other winners, third and second place winners?
Simay and Simay Yüksel, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, excellent. So please take the floor for your 1 minute presentation.
Okay. Hi, my name is Simay Yüksel. I'm 17 and I live in Ankara. I currently completed the 11th grade and I go to TED Ankara College. And one of my biggest dreams for my future is to study molecular biology and contribute to humans' lives. For this purpose, I studied very hard with determination to make my dreams a reality by taking inspiration from Mustafa Kemal ATATÜRK. And being a daughter of him gives me motivation and power to follow my goals to contribute to my country. I participated in this competition by writing a research article about the promising potential of stem cells in science world with a title, "A Promising Hope for the Future Stem Cells." At this point, I want to express my sincere gratitude for this Light Millennium community and this competition for giving me an opportunity to come closer to achieve my dreams and explore my potential in research area, in which I was awarded by being chosen for a first place winner in research category. So thank you.
Thank you, Simay Yüksel. Congratulations, especially you are our hope for the future of Turkey and the world, especially with your bright ideas and positive approach for the ongoing chronic problems and your ideas towards solutions. We congratulate and thank you for being part of this project. Thank you. Congratulations.
And thank you.
Now, I'd like to move on to Water Action Decade. Although the water action or water as the source of life was one of the presented or suggested themes for the research and actually in all categories. But we've been lucky that we were specially accredited to the UN Water Conference, also under the leadership of Professor Olcay Ünver. We organized several events, panels, including Ambassador Karaza also was part of it. With that, so we decided to also dedicate a new category for the water action that will be also next. So now I'd like to bring up Professor Olcay Ünver's video. So let's hear it.
Hi everyone, my name is Olcay Ünver. I am a professor of practice at the Arizona State University in the United States. I've been involved with the Millennium Global and have been supporting their work particularly in water resources and environmental issues for the past several years. I have led water programs at UNESCO and the United Nations Water, as well as Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, and have been involved professionally and academically in water issues almost all my professional life. So I'm very happy to be a part of Millennium Global's programs, particularly those about water, and I'm happy and honored to have the opportunity to talk to you today about the awards. The J.U.C. awards started in 2021, and I have been involved since the beginning. And today I would like to talk to you about the awards in the water category and announce the first three places. The call for J.U.C. awards pieces on water was relatively late compared to the other topics, and it received 4 entries. I was a member of the evaluation committee for 2023 and have assessed the submissions, particularly in water-related teams, and I'm happy to tell you about the first 3 places. The first place winner is Miss Emine Karaman, through her short story that illustrates a shocking point and a wake-up call to all of us if we continue to treat the water as we do it currently. It tells us that it may lead to a doomsday for all of us and can take us back to the dark ages of humanity. Her piece is titled "Water as the Source of Life." The second place focuses again on water for all theme, and the second place winner is Miss Fatima Abakar Osman. Fatima sets out her vision in connection with the Water Action Decade and sees the decade as a big opportunity for ensuring water for all. The third place winner is Mr. Nikang Tebong Jr. In his piece, Jikang focuses on the deforestation and its hugely negative impacts on the groundwater resources. And as such, it supports the UN Water Action Decade 2018-2028 So overall, these 3 award recipient submissions both support the Water Action Awards category and also the UN Water Action Decade, within which we are now at the midpoint. Okay, I'm also congratulating, first of all of the winners, all of the submissions, all of the entrants who took the time to produce a piece and participated in this competition, and also encouraging those of you who may have entered the competition but may not have received an award this year. Please do participate next year again. Congratulations, winners. And I'm happy to also announce the intention of Light Millennium Global to continue the awards, and Light Millennium considers dedicating the 2025 J.U.C awards in all categories to the Water Action Decade. And I'm also, as a water professional and academic, congratulating Bircan for her consideration. With this, again, with heartfelt congratulations for all of the winners, and with gratitude, all of you who participated, contributed, my fellow evaluation committee members, and the supporters of Light Millennium Global. Wishing everyone a nice day, and congratulating Bircan for yet another successful prize ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Olcayunver. He really summed up all the process, especially in connection with the Water Action Awards, and also looking forward. You all have heard of it. And now Hande is bringing up the awards once again, and certificates. Third is, can we go just read quickly? Third? Okay. Fatima Abakar Osmane, second place. In the water action. Can we go to the next one? Third place, yes. Nijikang Tabong Jr., third place in the water action. And the first places. Can we move to first place, please? Can we move the first place? Doesn't come up, maybe. Okay, yes. And congratulations, Emine Karaman, for the first place, Water as Source of Life. And now we'd like to invite Emine Karaman for her 1 minute speech presentation. Emine Karaman, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Please, floor is yours.
First of all, thank you. My name is Emine Karaman. I'm 14 years old and I completed the 9th grade in Darüşşafaka High Schools. Today, I'm honored to share with you a glimpse into my journey in J.U.C competition, which I wrote a short story about water as a source of life. Water, the essence of life, has always fascinated me. It is the very foundation of all living beings on this planet. When I was presented with the opportunity to choose a topic for the competition, I had no doubts that I want to write about water. What motivated me the most was the realization that water is often taken for granted. It flows effortlessly from our faucets, yet millions of people around the world lack access to clean water. This disparity inspired me to raise awareness about water scarcity. In conclusion, in the J.U.C competition has not only allowed me to showcase my passion for water as a source of life, but also deepened my understanding. I'm grateful for the recognition I received. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Emine Karaman. We congratulate. Really, it's been very impressive and wake-up call. Thank you. Congratulations again. And now we are moving to next session. And please, Sibel, over. Take the floor.
Before we
the
do,
writing general.
okay, before we do that, can we also see the second and the third winners?
I think we did. We did.
We didn't see the pictures. We saw the certificates. But if they're in the audience.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. I mean, okay, certainly. Second winner and third winner, are you here? Just please wave your hands so we can recognize you. Okay. Second winner. Okay, he actually his name comes up differently and he's there. And also the other one, I don't see in this window. I want to see the next one.
Fatima, I think she was.
Fatima, yes. Is Fatima with us? She registered, but I don't see her. Once we run through all, and then hopefully we'll have time to really give the opportunity for the second and third winners to know them a little bit, also providing interactive sessions. So now I'm going back. It's over to you.
Okay, thank you. And so I'm presenting now the description of the category of general writing. And for this topic, there was a plethora of topics to choose from and a plethora of ways to approach the topics, for instance, as an essay or as a story in any genre, including sci-fi. One subcategory that ended up being popular was the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Turkey, and this subcategory was split into its own section, as you know, with a special award because of its popularity and the great number of submissions it received. The prompts for this topic ranged from writing about the developments in Turkey during the 1920s and 30s to comparing the Turkish Republican reforms to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, to examining ATATÜRK's motto of peace at home and peace in the world. Other prompts for the general writing category asked students to imagine themselves as the president of the world and ask them what 3 things they would change about contemporary life, or ask students to think about what we can learn from ancient civilizations. Under another options, students could talk about their most favorite United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. And finally, another popular prompt was to analyze water as the source of life. And these essays were eventually moved into the water action to give them a greater chance of winning in the competition. Now I'm turning to Sude ÇAPOGLU, who will be presenting the winners. Sude.
Many thanks, Professor Errol, for providing the brief description and the overview of the received submissions as the most received category. So starting from the third place winner is Miss Zeynep Özdemir with the piece titled A Boarding School in Space. She is from Darüşşafaka High School, Istanbul, Turkey. Massive congratulations to you, Zeynep. Very well done. The second place winner is Miss Ranisha Jayarane with the theme If You Became the President of the World. She is from Vietelafe Performing Arts Academy from Sri Lanka. Massive congratulations to you as well. Very well done. And the first place winner is Mr. Eren Koryan with the short story titled Dedicated to All Those Striving for Freedom with the theme Ancient Civilizations. He is from Darüşşafaka High School, Istanbul, Turkey. Very well deserved. A huge congratulations to you, Eren. If you would like to speak for 1 minute, it would be great if you're here with us.
Yes, I'm right here, but I can't seem to open my camera. I don't know if that's a problem.
No worries at all. If you would like to speak for 1 minute, you're most welcome. You have the floor.
Hello, I am Eren Koryan from Darüşşafaka High School in Istanbul. I wrote a short story about how we can learn from ancient civilizations and ancient politics about freedom and liberty. I would like to thank, first of all, the organizers of this event. Thanks to this competition, I could see how much I could succeed as an independent writer, especially in writing in English. It means a lot. And I would also like to thank my teachers as well, since they were also supportive and always there when needed. Also, congratulations to my peers who got a degree from this competition. And I wish everyone good luck in the future. Thank you.
Many thanks, Eren. And with this, I'm passing the microphone over to Miss Ünver again.
Thank you so much, Sude, for your wonderful presentation. I congratulate all the winners, and I hope Eren will able to open his camera at one point at the closing, so we can also have his picture for the recording, if you could. Now, the next one is special award in the writing general category goes to Nepal. As we know, Nepal is very different, has a very different status. And the chosen team, actually, we have received all UN Sustainable Development related themes like equality, education, empowerment. So the award goes to Mandip Ram Kumar for his equality piece. I think this certificate is coming up, and then, yes. The award goes to Mandip Ram Kumar for his equality piece for the best received essay from Nepal in the writing journal category. And if Mandip Ram Kumar is with us, please take the floor for a minute. Yes, please, floor is yours. Would you like to say a few words, Mandip?
Hi, hello. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
I'm
So,
Mandip Kumar from Nepal country. Thank you, Deepak sir, Manoj sir. Thank you, Bricken's man. All participants. For us, the clans congratulations. I'm very happy with it. धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद छ तपाईलाई हामीले त्यो जित्न सफल भएछ
Thank you so much.
Birjan ma'am, I would like to speak on behalf of Mandip. He spoke in
Deepak,
Nepali.
please, once the formal section is over, please, because we don't want to break out the rundown. We'll
Sure,
give an
sure.
opportunity. Thank you for understanding. Thank you. Now, actually, we are moving to next. Congratulations also, once again, Nepal. And now our next speaker is from Darüşşafaka, Dr. Serpil Tuncer. And I'm sorry, okay, yes. And we'd like to invite Dr. Serpil Tuncer from Darüşşafaka Foundation. I'm sorry, okay, yes. She is the board member and head of History and Culture Commission at the Darüşşafaka Foundation. Following her graduation, Dr. Tuncer from the Political Science Faculty, Public Relations, Department of Istanbul University. She got a master's degree at the American Culture and Literature Department, Institute of Social Sciences at Istanbul University. Her MA thesis was titled Feminine Gothic in Joyce Carol Oates short fiction. She got her doctoral degree based on her work titled Postmodern Ethics, the Ethical Problematic of the Individual in Don DeLillo's work. Dr. Tuncer is the author of the book Yaşayan Mazimiz, Darüşşafaka, Our Lively Past, Darüşşafaka. She retired in September 22. She is a board member at the Darüşşafaka Society and is studying on an eco-linguistic introductory book for Turkish students. Please welcome Dr. Tuncer.
Thank you, Ms. Ünver. I also want to thank you especially for your kind concern and support during the time I got ready for this meeting in which I am involved for the first time. Now I have just started a short video about Darüşşafaka, and I'll try to deliver my speech during its runs. Thank you for all. Greetings from Turkey, Darüşşafaka High School. The 160 years old Darüşşafaka High School is highly honored to have been included in Light Millennium, J.U.C 2023 awards ceremony. And 2023 is at the same time the 100th anniversary of the establishment of Turkish Republic. As a graduate of Darüşşafaka, I myself speak in the name of this great family based on endless brotherhood and sisterhood. Darüşşafaka is known in Turkey to be a unique educational institution sustaining at all times the helpless and the disadvantaged during wars, fires, earthquakes, even social tribulations. Since 1873, Darüşşafaka Society has undertaken the mission of constituting the equality of opportunity, providing access to orphans and the parentless who are unable to afford education. Thus, the full scholarship graduates of Darüşşafaka turn into self-confident, patriotic individuals with the awareness of social tasks and responsibilities. Darüşşafaka, one of the first civil organizations of Turkey, has always upheld every child's right to education. In 1863, Darüşşafaka was founded by 5 far-sighted, brave generals, minding the opportunity of education for poor children. And as I say children, I have to just underline that these generals at that time just wanted to accept also the girls to the school. Because at that time, girls were not sent to school, you know, even that was impossible. But they thought about accepting the girls to the school. But it has never been possible till, I think, 1971, because after the date of 1863, when Darüşşafaka was founded, it takes almost 100 years when they were able to accept the girls to the school. So Darüşşafaka, one of the first civil organizations of Turkey, has always upheld every child's right to education and tried to quit gender discrimination in education. How was Darüşşafaka founded? First, Sultan Abdulaziz of the time gave a start and donated a high amount of gold for the construction of the school building, which today is still as magnificent as it was then, though it does not anymore belong to Darüşşafaka. Next, statesmen, military members, all anonymous people donated great amounts for poverty-stricken children boarding school, Darüşşafaka. Since then, Darüşşafaka stands as a non-governmental organization, not accepting any substantial support from the government, but maintaining its existence as by the support of civil society. What renders Darüşşafaka sustainable is the sufficient contributions of the Turkish civilian population, who has the forecasting ability that education is the uppermost investment in the future, and the success and brilliant difference of the Darüşşafaka graduates, besides being socially beneficial and decent individuals. Before finishing my speech, I again thank Ms. Ünver for managing such a great project here, giving the chance to all children, all young students to express their ideas in such vital matters of our planet Earth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tuncer. Tuncer, it's a
Tuncer,
yes. Yes. Really, Darüşşafaka is my dream school in terms of it is great that Turkey has it, and it is great that Darüşşafaka celebrates its 160th anniversary. At the same time, it is a little bit pity that we only have one. Why we couldn't have over 160 years in every region, if it's not every city. But at the same time, I think it is and it should be a role model, especially developing countries. So that's why it's also my honor to present Darüşşafaka, and thanks for your accepting it, because we are proud by it, but many of our speakers and guests, participants may not aware of it. And since we are targeting also reaching out to young generations, hopefully they may start somewhere from their end. So thank you very much, and congratulations 160th anniversary of Darüşşafaka. And with that, we like to move now to the second, actually, in a way, another session within the session, to the writing Turkey 100 category, which is dedicated to 100th anniversary of the Republic of Turkey. And I'd like to bring in Korkmaz Can Sağlam's video, and we'll continue from there. Let's listen Korkmaz Can Sağlam. And once again, thank you, Dr. Tunçer.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hello everyone, my name is Korkmaz Can Sağlam. I'm a 23-year-old pianist. I recently graduated from Juilliard and now I am doing my master's at the Cleveland Institute of Music. I'm also the second prize winner of the 2021 J.U.C Awards in the media category. I'm happy to share my performance of an etude which was recorded at the Vendome Prize for Piano last year, where I got the first prize. This etude on aksak rhythms was composed by Ahmet Adnan Saygun, who was a member of the Turkish Five. The Turkish Five were 5 composers who brought Western classical music to Turkey, and they were highly supported by İsmet İnönü and of course Mustafa Kemal ATATÜRK. I would like to dedicate this performance to this year's J.U.C Awards, and I would like to congratulate all the winners and the participants in the Turkey 100 category. I'm currently preparing for a piano competition in Sydney in July, therefore I'm not able to join you live today, but I'm very happy to be a part of this event with my recording, and I hope you all enjoy.
Congratulations, Korkmaz Can Sağlam. I am really mesmerized, and I've been listening 2-3 times since you shared with me the video, and we are really proud for his accomplishment and his determination and his talent and skill. And now we'd like to move next. Actually, his also piece is a transition from the writing general and all the prior section to the 100th anniversary section. Now we will have one video to show, then we'll get the awards. Okay, this is the last video of the session by Ambassador Ertuğrul Apakan, Permanent Representative of Turkey.
Greetings
for the United
from
Nations.
Turkey. I'm pleased to deliver this video message in connection with the 2023 Can Ünver Kalkın Media Research and Writing Awards, with a particular focus on the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Turkey. I know Can Ünver Kalkın's mother, Bircan Ünver, the president of the Light Millennium, during my tenure in New York from 2009 to 2012. I highly appreciate her tireless efforts in initiating this program with unifying themes about peace, cooperation, and development. This thanks also goes to Ambassador Rodrigo Carroza of Costa Rica to the UN from 2018 to 2022, as well as I would also like to greet and congratulate all students, schools, and contributing organizations which have joined this program from Cameroon, Chad, India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Turkey, and US. In this context, I wish to congratulate Darüşşafaka High School and 5 award-winning students, as well as students from TED, Ankara, and Anatolian High Schools from Ankara and Osmaniye for their performance. Dear guests, Turkey has been a member of the UN since its foundation. In this context, let me also emphasize that Turkey has actively contributed to the UN debate on the evolution of sustainable development goals since the year 2000, benefiting from its own experience on development and cooperation. Following the War of Independence, ATATÜRK has pursued a systemic approach for the economic and social transformation of the society, which do not differ from the contemporary economic development programs. His accomplishments and thoughts continue to inspire not only us, but other nations struggling for liberty and development. In this context, I wish also to thank and express my appreciation to Korkmaz Can Sağlam, a highly talented and internationally recognized young pianist, for his magnificent performance of the piece by Adnan Saygun, who is a well-known Turkish composer and who represent by his personality the modernization of Turkey in the fields of culture and arts initiated during the ATATÜRK's time. Dear guests, before concluding, I wish to thank again Bircan Ünver and the Evaluation Committee for their great efforts. I would like to thank also the ATATÜRK Society of America for their contributions. And I should also add that, let me repeat the vision while concluding, set out by Kemal Atatürk for international peace and harmony. In a nutshell, this is peace at home, peace abroad. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you to Ambassador Apakan, and over to you, Ambassador Karaca.
Well, thank you very much to all those who have proceeded in delivering presentations and delivering the awards to the different categories. I must at this time once again recognize the value of the work of the members of the evaluation committee, whose names I will repeat again: Professor Olke Humber, Professor Sibel Errol, Professor Edward Foster, Professor Gunay Smith, Professor Emeritus Gary Grossman, Professor Hanti Subasiler, and Dr. Mildred van Bergen. With them, as someone has said, we had a very smooth process of evaluation overseas, over the waves and over different Zoom calls and exchange of information that went very well. We're all punctual with the submissions and with the handling of the documentation. Was I would say a nice work, an enjoyable one, because of the participation of the students. That was the main success of the process, that we had material to read, that we had submissions which were to the point, which were well written, which were attractive, and that allowed us to make the evaluation, the differentiation, and to grade them accordingly. So thank you very much. And if I understand now, I should mention the awards in the Turkey 100 process. Yes, and we beginning by recognizing Hamidi Begum Yildiz for her work in entitled "A Look at the Treatment of Turkish Women Throughout the Years." I must say that I've learned so much about this 100 years of Turkey that I wish to go there very soon and repeat my stay there for since that was at the end of the century, I would say 20 years ago, no, 10 years ago perhaps. So I wish to go back now after reading works such as that of Hamidi Begum Yildiz, who is awarded the third place in this category. And as to the second place, we awarded the recognition to Baturalp Aslan for the work entitled "Naivete of Vision," how Turkey was envisioned by the leaders of 100 years ago as society to be modernized, and because of the great wealth of the past and the great potentialities of the future. Baturalp Aslan was therefore awarded with the second place in the category. And as for the first place, it was awarded to Duru Buyur Basaran. He is, well, of course, writing about that maxim that is so famous in the world, the maxim of the involvement of Turkey with the world after 1921, peace at home and peace in the world. So if I understand now, we will give the floor. We will present the awardees if they are in the hall. Are they Birkham, and they give?
Duru Basharan, are you here? Duru Basharan, are you here? Excellent. Okay, please take the floor for a minute. You may lower down your hands, so it's not going to be recorded.
Okay.
Okay, floor is yours.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am Duru Basharan, an 11th grade student in Ankara University Developmental Foundation High Schools. And I stand before you today filled with gratitude and humility as I accept this prestigious award. I am deeply honored to be recognized among such accomplished individuals, and I would like to express my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the Light Millennium Global, the esteemed panel of judges, and everyone involved in making this event possible. My essay theme involved my personal idol, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. To say he was a global visionary and world leader would be an understatement. His timeless words, Yurtta Sulh, Cihanda Sulh, or peace in the world, peace at home, will remain relevant for centuries to come. I feel immensely fortunate to live through the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Türkiye, and I'm equally attentive of global conflicts threatening the lives of millions around me. We must recognize that war is never a distant third world concept, but a painful reality we all collectively share. Thus, the pursuit of peace must also be shared. To quote my essay, "Where there is war, so exists the prospect of peace. Is it not our responsibility to learn from the mistakes of our forebears? Must we inherit a culture of war and destruction, despite the ever-unchanging consequences?" Once again, I would like to express my gratitude to the panel of judges and organizers, and thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Duru Basharan, and thank you all the winners, and thank you for the speech you just delivered. It's remarkable and inspiring. Congratulations again. Perhaps before moving the next section, I'd like to make a brief explanation on the certificates. The right and left, you may imagine, so because it's going to come up for the ATATÜRK Awards, I will move to the as the next. The first on the top left and right are the one is his signature and the other one his last image, and he allowed the birds, so we have two birds, and then of course Light Millennium logo, and we have signed with the chair, Ambassador Karaso. Perhaps some of the recipients, they may say, what are these images for? So this is the narration of the certificate. Thank you all, congratulations you all. Now I'd like to move to our special category, dedicated team on the 100th anniversary of Republic of Türkiye, to be presented by ATATÜRK Society of America, by Ms. Gülgün Karamete, Secretary of the organization, and floor is yours. Ms. Karamete.
Thank you so much, Bircan. It's an honor for me to be here to represent the ATATÜRK Society of America, and also to honor John. And we have a saying in Turkish, most of our distinguished guests will know this, anısı önderimiz olsun. The translation in English is, let his memory lead us forever. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am honored to present this award to Miss Elif Yilmaz in the category of the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Turkey on behalf of the ATATÜRK Society of America for the Writing General Türkiye 100 category. Miss Yilmaz is a student at the Darüşşafaka High School in Istanbul, which makes this award more special for many of us at the ATATÜRK Society of America. Our society was founded by the late Mr. Hüdayi Yavalar, who was one of the legendary players of the Darüşşafaka professional basketball team in the late 50s. He was always very proud of that affiliation, and he would have been very, very proud today of the success of Miss Yilmaz and all the other Darüşşafaka students. The J.U.C awards have been very special to our hearts since the first year it was held. We are honored to be one of the contributing organizations this year. Miss Bircan Ünver has opened a window of hope and future to so many young minds by honoring the memory of Can Ünver Kalkin. And we are also very grateful for that. It has always been a pleasure to work in collaboration with the Light Millennium organization. I would like to talk about the winning composition in the category of the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Turkey. In her award-winning composition, Miss Elif Yilmaz writes about how Atatürk established the Turkish Republic and how his legacy still continues today, brightening our lives. Miss Yilmaz points out that Atatürk's many codes are still useful and acceptable all over the world in the 20th century. She writes about the universality of Atatürk's revolutions and how they have affected so many other countries. She points out that with the opening the Grand National Assembly of Turkey in 1920, the foundations of the democracy were put in place. And many reforms were introduced, such as head law, bringing women new rights, abolition of the Sultanate, making the economy stronger, and many, many more. These continued successfully for many years, but the development slowed down when Atatürk died in 1938, and were not as productive as when he was alive, so she writes. In her composition, Miss Yilmaz emphasizes the link between Atatürk's revolutions and the United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. She writes about the new laws and revolutions which Atatürk introduced to the new republic, and how most of these relate to the SDGs in the subject of education, social gender equality, opening strong organizations in order to bring peace and justice, decreasing the inequalities in the society, and ensuring development in this industry and substructure with innovativeness. Ms. Yilmaz writes that Atatürk mentioned these all in Turkey's national and human development agenda. And as well as all respectfully agree, she writes that this shows us Atatürk's capacity to see beyond his time. Yes. Once again, I congratulate the winner of this special award in the category of the 100th anniversary of the Republic of Turkey. Big time congrats, Elif. The Republic founded by Atatürk was presented to the Turkish nation with love and respect, with a roadmap in the light of reason and science. Atatürk, in the line with the principle of sovereignty belongs to the nation without registration and condition, opened the doors of a modern administration to us based on national sovereignty, democracy, and secularism. Atatürk's never-ending light continues to illuminate the path of Turks of all ages all over the world. We are also happy to proud that as Turkish Americans, we are able to reflect the radiance of Atatürk's light to our children here abroad. Atatürk attached great importance to children and young people. He actually gave 2 separate national holidays to the Turkish children and the Turkish youth. April 23rd is the first and only holiday day in our world that has been given to the children. And May 19 is Youth and Sports Day in Turkey. Atatürk said that young people should be raised very well, both mentally and physically. Rising new generation, you are the future. We built the Turkish Republic. You are the ones who will raise it and keep it alive, he said. He entrusted the future of his magnificent work to the youth of the nation. We, as the ATATÜRK Society of America, have been continuing to tell and teach Atatürk's democratic ideals for the Republic and his philosophy of peace for all humanity and our world. Like hundreds of Atatürkist associations abroad, our group continues this duty successfully in the last 28 years since our foundation in 1995. We firmly believe that the young generation will keep it on. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for very inspiring, moving, and also informative, in a way, educational speech. You kind of really very well putting everything together in a nutshell. Thank you so much. And now we'd like to invite the winner. I hope she's with us. Elif Yılmaz. Yes, please take the floor.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elif, and I am studying at Darüşşafaka High School. As you know, 100 years ago, the Republic of Turkey was born from the ashes of the Ottoman Empire, and it was a huge success for our country and also for the public. And the reflections of the Republic and the process while we were getting it is still alive inside us, and it leads us into the future. So because of that importance, I wanted to write about the topic related to the Republic of Turkey. And I'm also in on political topics, and I enjoyed writing my writing so much. I wanted to point out the universality of Atatürk's revolutions, such as bringing women's rights and bringing gender equalities, and also making social class differences disappear. And I also wrote about what happened while our country was being improved. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you for all. Thank you for listening to me.
Congratulations again. Thank you so much for your participation and winning and for the peace. And I hope you will continue in the same path and motivation. Thank you again. And thank you, Atatürk Society. And thank you again, Ms. Gülgün Karamete. Now over to you, Ambassador Karaza, for the overall excellence.
What an essay. I mean, it's just so enjoyable. Congratulations, Elif. You've been wonderful. And what a presentation of the award. I mean, the words by Ms. Karamate moved us and made us feel fully about the contents of the essay and how it links to 2 things. One, the creation and the following up of the strengthening of the Turkish Republic, the Turkey of our days now, the shortcomings, the limitations, the slowdown, and the purpose of making it great as it should and as it will be. No doubt the influence of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk in the world is undeniable. And by reading Elif's essay, which inspired me very, very much, I linked it to a national leader of Costa Rica, a much smaller nation, much smaller country, than Turkey. We have 5 million people. But there was a leader whom, no doubt, and I haven't found yet, Elif, it's your task to do it. There was the great leader of Costa Rica in the 20th century, whose name is Jose Figueres. I had the opportunity to be with him and discuss with him issues. He was alive from 1904 to 1990. So perhaps in the last 20 years, I exchanged with him several moments, and I much admire him. He was the founder of the Second Republic in Costa Rica in 1948. And reading Elif's essay and linking it to the sustainable developing rights, which you do so wonderfully, Elif, I had to think of our own leader, who had one step, who went one step further. Guess what? Figueres disbanded, abolished the army in Costa Rica forever in 1949. And it has had a great meaning. I mean, it's 1948. It is since the year I was born. Just imagine how long ago it was. Elif. He disbanded the army, then became president of Costa Rica 3 times afterwards. And no doubt there is a great field of research. Elif, this never ends, the possibility, the need of linking the effects of Mustafa Kemal ATATÜRK's ideas, vision of the world, vision of peace at home and peace in the world, with the works of this great man of Costa Rica. Come by, Elif. My house is a house full of women who will definitely Prof, I mean, enjoy your visit to us here, and learn together about your big nation and our small but very, very exemplary country, which is Costa Rica, as you may say. We have an ATATÜRK statue bust at the University for Peace, so let's do that research together. Thank you very much. It inspires. And sorry for taking more time than I was allotted, Bergen. And you call the rest of the session, please. That is the diploma, the award that has been presented to Muhammad Ali Turan, who did this cross-examination of the golden era Turkey and the SDGs in this category, who has then also this special overall excellence award, and which also had that linkage of the golden era of Turkey 100 years ago, and how it has been followed by what we still speak much at the United Nations, which is the linkage with the the Sustainable Development Goals. So it's full of joy that I've been involved in this process and in this category with the company of our fellow members of the evaluation committee. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Ambassador Carazo. It's been a great pleasure and honor to work with you on this project. And I'd like to congratulate certainly Muhammad Ali Turan for his overall excellence award. And I'd like to also recapture what you already said. One of our overall arcing goal has been, as you know, but for all our guests and winning students, to really relate whatever their interest in sports, arts, social, political, human advancement, development, science industry to relate with the United Nations ongoing, evolving, continuing programs, then anything could be put in, reflected in the global spectrum. That is one of the goal of this project, that also to kind of encourage them to look at beyond. For instance, water is very basic, but it relates with everyone. And I consider the same with the United Nations. It's not something out there, only member states, does do business there, but it's not, it's related with the peoples of each nation. It's contrary, but we need to own it. In order to own it, we need to educate ourselves, inform ourselves, work towards that. So with that, I'd like to invite Mohammed Ali Turan for his 1 minute. Mohammed Ali Turan, yes, please, floor is yours.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have a few things to say. First of all, I want to thank the project coordinators who deemed me worthy of this award. I believe this project has achieved its purpose. I think that the people who wrote and read these subjects sent the project gained different perspectives and gained awareness about climate and humanity problems. I am very happy to contribute to such a project. I would like to thank everyone who attended and organized the project, because I believe this project serves a really good purpose. That's all what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Really, everyone's as the out of within the 9 committee members, 8 vote for your piece as the overall excellence within the first winners of each category. So congratulations again. Hopefully you will connect with us and we will collaborate and maybe engage with other projects as well. So now this is my privilege and honor to invite Professor Emeritus Gary M. Grossman from Arizona State University for his concluding remark. Professor
Thank you very
Grossman,
much.
the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Birjan Hanım. I want to talk today, first of all, about the theme of this event. The theme of this event is Hope Never Fades. And I was not sure what the source of that was, and so I inquired about it, and it was what John Unver Kulkin said to his mother before he passed. And I think it is so important. It's worth exploring in depth. Hope never fades, perhaps, is the most important thing we can know. It's certainly the most important thing that we can take from this event, but it's also something that can guide our lives. Now, I would like to direct my remarks to our young writers, researchers, musicians, storytellers, and video makers, with the indulgence of my colleagues. And I know I speak for the entire evaluation committee when I say that it's been a pleasure and an honor to review the contributions that each of you have shared. You've presented thoughtful, articulate, and inspirational things for us to consider, and I congratulate you all. The question becomes, what's next? I'm sure that each of you, in your own way, have a different answer. Some of you are gifted writers. Some of you are deeply interested in history. Some of you are wonderful storytellers. Those are talents very much needed, no matter what the future holds. What is next, however, is perhaps the most important and interesting question you can face. While all of you are quite different in terms of your interests and talents, the world you are entering will impact many of you in the same ways. Consider for a moment what we're doing this very day. We're holding an international event with participation from all over the world, with almost none of us in the same place. We're utilizing a technology that is relatively new and was not available to most of us before a few years ago. Indeed, it was not put to widespread use in the way we are enjoying it today before the great pandemic in 2020. You knew such a thing was coming. We didn't know the pandemic was coming. We were not prepared for it when it came. But in some ways, it's fortunate that it did, because it made possible for us with this technology to continue work in governance, business, and education, as well as allow us to connect people outside of our immediate circumstances, outside of our schools, outside of our families. But not many people knew of it in advance. Not really, not even me or my esteemed colleagues on this panel. We can look back at other information technologies. Cellular technology came along just at the dawn of the 21st century, and now everyone has cell phones. The internet, it had existed for some time, but the innovation was not available to the masses until sometime in the 90s. You can look back and see this pattern repeating itself in all of the technologies that we see, but we didn't know quite how it was all going to unfold. So how can we use this to learn about our future? Well, one of the things we can understand about technology is while we don't know exactly how it's going to unfold, we do know that the information technology will make it available for us to transfer data faster, cheaper, and very importantly, worldwide. And it will continue to impact us all over the world, and bring us ever closer together. We know that climate change will impact us. We don't know exactly what will happen, when, or where, but we do know that it presents a serious challenge to us all over the world, and that the intensity of that challenge will grow as time goes on. As well, we know that democracy is under threat everywhere, regardless of where we are, from the so-called advanced countries like the United States and Europe to newer, more fragile countries. We cannot say just exactly how and where these challenges will occur, but we know that as the 21st century rolls on, these challenges will continue and become more intense. I could go on with specifics, but here's the point. The world that you young people are now entering is one with considerable uncertainty. We cannot tell you exactly what challenges you will face or how things will happen in your lives, except that you will face change. That is the great commonality that connects those of us in the 20th century with our ancient ancestors. Human beings have always faced change, and there will be some who succeed and some who fail to cope with that change. That's the way it has been, that's the way it is, and it has been like that for the past 250,000 years at least. Now, it will be tempting for you, as it has been for us, and as it has been for our ancestors, to say, oh, it's fate, or it's luck, or it was meant to be. Humans have always done that. You'll think of this at times. We all do. But it is not accurate. While you can't know exactly how your life will unfold, one thing you can know is that it will unfold. And following Ambassador Damodaran, quoting Gandhi, your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. This is the great truth of life. In the end, we control our own destiny. We control it through what we think, the work that we pursue, and what we care about. This has always been so. So the question then becomes, what do you care about? What will you pursue? From what you have contributed to this event, I can assure you that you are thinking seriously about the world. You have enormous skills to contribute, and you have the best values. Engage the talents you have and express them. This is how you will succeed. This is how you'll benefit the world. And you have a great asset, and it promises a great life ahead. Those thoughts, actions, values, and talents will carry you through no matter what. And as you do so, and we do so, we can use information technology for its best effects. We can address climate change in a way that benefits everyone, everywhere. We can support and expand democracy to everyone, everywhere. As you see, and has been pointed out by one of our contributors today, these challenges are actually opportunities. They give us a chance to show who we are and what we are. They're also the way in which we create the future. As the great ATATÜRK said, the necessary thing for anyone to be happy and contented as long as he or she lives is working for the ones who will come after them rather than working for themselves. One can reach the true delight and happiness in life only by working for the existence, honor, and happiness of future generations. By what you've shown today, you are very well prepared for the future, no matter what challenges it holds. You have enormous talents. Use those talents for those that will come after us. It is through this means that these challenges we face today are resolved for those who follow. And because you are who you are, I am very happy and optimistic about the future. Is there hope? Absolutely. Hope, as we know, never fades. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Grossman. Actually, the quote was said to me when he was 7 years old. And it was really, it is vivid as of today. My computer was not coming up few times, and I was determined to publish posts or something in the late millennium. And I was almost crying because it wasn't turning on. And he was coming to me and asking, "What's wrong, Mom? What's wrong, Mom?" And I said, "My computer doesn't come up, it doesn't work." And then I said, "Mom, don't worry, just restart again. And then I really did restart. And then when it's come back, "Mom, I told you, hope never fades." Then that has become the code of that issue, 2004, on the late millennium banner. Since then, it's on the web. So that's also, when we have good intention, feeling what left with us, I think this will be with me as long as I am alive and breathe. So thank you for referring that. Thank you. And now I'd like to ask to Ambassador Karaca once again for his reflections. Then we'll move on to thank you notes and closing. And if anyone wants to stay to interact, then welcome. Yes, over to you, Ambassador Karaca.
Hope never fails. Definitely we take that as a leading maxim for the future. But we have been part of a superb program that has been the work of a great person, which is a virgin. And we appreciate that so much. You see, nothing failed. Everything went through without any flaw. All the videos came in time. All the presentations were perfectly tuned to the audience. All of us were here and present. No one had any communication problems, despite the fact, as Dr. Grossman just mentioned, us being in all different parts of the world. Everything came through because of that hope, and because of the master, I mean, how well you master this full technology. I mean, when the computer wasn't working 20 years ago or so, it was not your fault. The hope was there, and today you are the master of a great presentation in which we have all enjoyed participating. Thanks very much to all the students who put us to work, who put us reflect and to enjoy and to learn, as I mentioned before. And thanks to all the colleagues also who have been here almost, well, no one has left. Perhaps 4 participants who must have had something else to do meanwhile, but all 54 of us, which were at the beginning, seem to have enjoyed this presentation. Thanks to all the participants, and really congratulations for this masterpiece of a great program, Bert.
With everyone's contribution, it's a mosaic. It wouldn't be happen without any pieces missing. So I thank you and grateful to all of you and each of you, every one of you, and to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now perhaps I'd like to move on to the closing thank you notes. But before then, I will have to mention the logistics. All the students will receive an email, and schools and organizations, they can assist to their students to send me the full correct information. You will receive a form today or tomorrow. Please try to fill out info and with all required information and email it to me, and we'll take from there as it is communicated with you before and informed you before.
Leave it for Monday, Birkan. You take a rest, take a day off, please. Do it on. So the promise commitment will be the first, and I will take care of the rest. So that that information has to arrive first in order to move forward in this process. And keep our promise, keep up with our promise, what we deliver, announced today. So I have to be, immediate follow-up, not giving a break in between. Thank you again. In addition to logistics, please email about this and upcoming or in any form, especially I'm addressing to all students, collaborating organizations, and participating schools and students. Please come up with any ideas that you like to part of it. In that case, for instance, I'd like to really thank Sude ÇAPOGLU, because she didn't forget. She connected, she offered her support, she proposed to be coordinator, so she was part of she's been part of the program and all the process. So I hope that will inspire you as well as the participating students, and also as one of our speakers suggested, Professor Olcay Ünver, if you are not receive awards or your friends, please encourage them to join the next one. That will be on the water action decade. So I'd like to briefly just fast reading the thank you notes to Ms. Demet Demirkaya, board member of the late Millennium, for the outreach effort. Mustafa Atcan, who prepared the certificates. Thank you, Atcan. Also, I like to special thank to Allah Subaşı for his encouragement and his contribution. And international students coordinators are Sude ÇAPOGLU, and as you know by now, Mr. Deepak Kumar, India coordinator, and also LM Global Orgs representative in India. Mr. Manoj Ram, India coordinator with Deepak Kumar and also Nepal. And Mr. Loyanja Lewis, Cameroon, LM Global Orgs representative in Cameroon and outreach coordinator. And I like to thank to our honorary speakers of our ceremony, the chair of the evaluation committee of the 23 J.U.C Awards, participating schools, Darüşşafaka High School, Türkiye, St. Paul Modern School, India, White Elephant Performing Arts, White Elephant Performing Arts in Sri Lanka, and will you move the next one? Or I was reading fast. Yeah, the Institution of Green Engineer, Chennai, India.
For the Millennium Association chat, ATATÜRK Society of America, Washington, D.C., USA. Sude ÇAPOGLU, you heard Deepak, Manoj Ram, and Loyanja Jarvis. And also I have another list of thanks, because the ones you saw, met, or heard, but there are also others. So, and I'd like to thank to the team at the United Nations Department of Global Communication Civil Society Unit for really supporting us as reaching out this related announcement, media release, invitations, and call for the submissions were featured in the UNDGC weekly announcement. If you don't have to be associated with the UN in order to subscribe. You may subscribe to it, and you may receive and you may follow up all the UN related works there. And Turkish Forum, and certainly also who are behind the schools. There are, of course, individuals, and Ms. Ebru Arpacı, General Director, Darüşşafaka School, Ms. Nilüfer Kavaklı, Principal, Darüşşafaka High School, Mr. Davut Ökütçü, Darüşşafaka Society. And he actually, I have to mention, Davut Ökütçü Bey has been the core connection with the Darüşşafaka School. I'm grateful to him forever. He was our honorary speaker during the first 2021, and I wish him the best in all his efforts and health and life. And therefore, that we established this connection, collaboration, and we have now 5 winners and many participations and submissions. And certainly Ms. Burcu Tuncel, she's been really great, actually set out a model for me to work with the school, if school can assign a contact person along with Mr. Sinan Seden at Darüşşafaka. So those are the key contact what we have presented today. Thank you, Ms. Tuncel. Thank you, Mr. Seden, for your help and support and being the core contact for this project at Darüşşafaka. And Mr. Nalaka Suvarnati Alake, Director at the White Talafala Performing Arts, and Ms. Tarushi Jayatin Hilake, Kamwadi Alawat Hugado, also they are at the White Talafala Performing Arts, and they responded any requests I made, and they were also the key contacts for this White Talafala Performing Arts. And Dr. El Ramesh President of IGN, Mr. Devendra Prasad Yadav at St. Paul's Modern School, and Mr. Taner Artunç and Mr. Kaya Büyükataman at Turkish Forum, and Ms. Selmin Çapoğlu. She's been very kind, also supporting, disseminating our announcement to the school in Turkey. So with that, I'd like to close officially, but before closing, I'd like to invite everyone to turn on the camera to take a couple gallery pictures, and then we will close the formally the session. Anyone is welcome to stay 15 minutes to half to so we don't want to miss anyone. Please turn on the camera so we're not going to have black scenes if possible, if everyone. So Mr. Seden, yes. And Emine Karaman, yes. Gary Fetcher, Kamadi, Ritina, okay. So, okay, it's coming up. Okay. And we have still 3 more, but let's see. Okay, now I'm going to take other one, and then maybe one note what there is a okay. Minette Akıl, your camera is off. Please turn on because we don't want to have black scene if you call. Okay, I will take it in. I am surprised now. Abakar Fatima is with us, but when we call, she couldn't connect with us. But she's with us. Thank you and congratulations, Abakar, and congratulations each and every one of you. What to expect, especially as you know, I'm speaking to all the winners and participating students. As you know, only the eligible ones, when I say eligible, really who follow through the guidelines. So that's the criteria, eligible or not eligible. Those are all posted, but with a code name. The code name is in your certificate and in all the announcements. So we will add your names because you all provided consent form. With the ones we didn't receive the consent form, they are not eligible. So we're not including them. We're not going to post them. So all your submissions will be related, match with your names. That's what we want to update. And then the second also we discussed during the evaluation committee to also post who submitted a consent form, but some submissions were, for instance, 300, 500, 700 versus 1,200, 1,300. So of course, those are, we wouldn't, on an equal level evaluate. So we will post them, we will make them visible, available for your efforts, also to kind of learn from your experience and to see what you might do differently next time or to submit the form. So these are the logistics. And anything else? Okay, now I'd like to, first I'd like to ask all our speakers and students if anyone wants to say something, and then I will maybe call by names. Anyone? Okay, Luzina Pona. Someone wants to say something.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Luzina Pona. Could you introduce yourself and do you have question, comment, please?
Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to say something. My name is Lizina Puna from Chad.
Yes.
I would like to say thank you for the team and for this opportunity that you have given to young students and people around the world to really value what they can do and their superpower. I'm very glad too, because one of our sisters, Fatime, competed and she won the second place for water, which is a very good topic and one of the biggest issues in chat. And I'm very proud that she becomes the voice of this platform in our country. She has not been able to make it today due to the network issues. Yeah, and I do believe
join
that
us at a late level. Thank you. I mean, especially you join and you express your country situation, and it makes really a lot of sense. Chad and water, and I hope that there will be more inspiration to youth in this line. Maybe for the next one, we will have more participation from Chad. And I've seen Mr. Nalaka, if you like to take the floor from the White Salafala Performing Arts, and also I will call on Darüşşafaka. Mr. Nalaka, would you like to take the floor? I've seen his. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. I would like to give this chance, Tarushi. If you like, please tell me something about that.
Yes, thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible. So hello, I'm Tarushi Jayatilaka from Sri Lanka, and I'm representing the White Leaf Performing Arts Academy. And we are a proud team who are really lucky to be here today And we have 2 wins for Sri Lanka and for the Whiteleaf Performing Arts Academy. And that's Kavisha and Ranisha. We are very, very proud of the 2 of them. And congratulations to all the winners. And thank you, Burjan, for your commitment and all the late night messages. And it shows so much how you are in this and how much of effort and time you put to this. And we are really, really honored to be part of it. Thank you so, so much. And thank you for all the participants today in the meeting. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Tarushi. And I think there are more. Deepak, I will get you once I see it from the Darüşşafaka. Nilüfer Hanım, would you like to say a few words? Or Burcu Hanım, please, feel free.
Yes, thank you, Bircan Hanım. Thank you, Ms. Bircan Ünver. Thank you very much. I am really proud of my students from Darüşşafaka and proud of my teachers, our teacher team as well, for inspiring our students. And, you know, 5 of our students are winner now. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you very much. Burcu, please tell something.
Yes, sure. I was just waiting for you to speak first. I didn't want to take your seat, sorry. We are very pleased to be here, and we are really feeling privileged to be here and to be in this kind of a very important writing competition. Writing is very important in this century, and the students are well aware of that. And I think that's a kind of a skill that we should never lose. And these kind of competitions really help it a lot. And we are very proud with our students. And I would like to congratulate everyone here. And you're doing a great job. Please keep writing. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
I love the motto, please keep writing. This is our motto, please keep writing. Thank you for that.
Yes, that's true. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been really great working with you, Mr. Sadan, and all your students and all throughout the process. Thank you. Hopefully have the same connection and participation for the next one. Thank you.
Sure, we hope the same, surely.
Thank you. And Deepak was asking the floor. Deepak Kumar, he is the representative of LM Global in India and also International Student Coordinator. Please, floor is yours.
Greetings, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank each and everyone who supported J.U.C award, and especially the LM Global International. And so Deepak Kumar here from India. I'm just coordinating India and Nepal. And I'm very thankful to my one of my mentor, I would say, from IGEN, Dr. L. Ramesh sir, who is already guiding us and has supporting India right now and given a lot of participations from India also. And congratulations to all the winners. And I have just taken this opportunity to speak. Miss Jyoti, a small child, she is waiting for the, like she wants to speak for 1 minute. So ma'am, if you can please give her the 1 minute. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you on behalf of Ajay. Thank you.
Okay, who is speaking? Perhaps I'd like to call on Ramesh, Professor Ramesh, and then Jacob Nederhotan. He is going to be next. I will introduce you who is. Professor Ramesh, please. Floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very wonderful initiative and wonderful award ceremony. And very happy that the Institution of Green Engineers as a supporting members in this J.U.C awards. And it is very happy and very happy moment when we had to go through how the process of the awards. And each awards, there is separate committee is there. It shows the dedication which the Light Millennium charitable charitable organization which taken very keen initiative to select the right person. So that shows today actually when during the award presentation ceremony there is judges are there, and with that representation the members presented and it was a very wonderful and very memorable moment for IGEN, the introduction of green engineers, and happy that two of our members today received the awards. So this will give very good motivation for our school students, because we have very good school connectivity in India and Asia Pacific, and these students in future they will able to contribute back to the society. So normally this kind of awards will be a supporting boost, like a boost for the students to do more activities. And thank you, Deepak, again, because through Deepak only which I am connected here with you all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ramesh. Also, we've been partnered with the IGEN for the 23 SDG green energy marathon. Energy. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name.
Yes,
Thank you so much. So now
yes,
I directly invite Mr. Jacob.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me fine? Yeah.
Yes, I hear you, but is your camera on?
Yeah, it is on my end. I can see it.
Okay, yes, I see. So I'd like to briefly just one sentences, because he is the perhaps only one within this group who had communicated with my son over 7 years. And he shared, as of last night, even I didn't know how to really digest my son's writing. So I invited to the program and to say a few words. The floor is yours, Jacob.
I thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to the memory of John, and as well to this wonderful organization that bears his name. I really appreciate that. It's very, very important work that you're doing, and to do it in his memory is a very fitting tribute that I'm sure he would be very very happy and proud to see. He's a very wonderful, very intelligent, a very, very beautiful person with a very beautiful soul. The work that you're doing here, and the theme of hope never fades, is extremely important for each and every one of us, be that youth as well as anyone in any walk of life. The idea of hope is countered with cynicism that can permeate really in anything that you look at with a negative light. To maintain hope, be that in environmental issues or interpersonal issues or any kind of way, is extremely important, because the hope is what gets you out of it, is what will change things to allow issues to fester, and allow the cynicism to take over and change your perspective, is counteracted with hope. So to have organizations like this and is very important to let people know that there is another way, and you can keep striving for that with whatever you can. I see that this all this work is all exhaustively prepared. I see that you put a lot of work into this, and that's very appreciative and very it's really amazing. It's something to be very proud of. I'm very honored to be able to participate in my capacity, and I'm sure that John is very happy with this, and it's a very important way of keeping himself alive in it. I want to thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Hopefully we will work on the book project together on his name, and especially the section you have, I don't. So we have to put them together. That will be one of the next projects. Thank you.
As much as we can.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. And it made more live, and like someone knows him. And also you describe him as the soul of the poet and scientist, and it was very touching and powerful to me when I read 4 years ago by now. It stayed with me. Thank you. Thanks. So I'd like to go if anyone has a couple last words, because this is the time. Maybe we can have, already we are over long enough. So I'd like to, Midrit Van Bergen, would you like to say a few words? She is also a member of the evaluation committee. And
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I just wanted to say that I think that this project is a really wonderful and functional and useful way to remember John. And I think that, you know, spreading out the message to students all over the world to encourage them to write or to make a film or to do their specific research is just a wonderful and positive message to connect to him. So I'm happy that you asked me to be part of the evaluation committee. I really enjoyed doing it. I feel like I learned from what I was reading, and I was interested to read the comments of my colleagues, and it was just an overall positive experience. So thank you very much.
Thank you for being part of it. And I seen at the beginning Professor Edward Foster as the also a member of the evaluation committee. I'm not sure if he is with us. Maybe if he wants to say a few words.
Excuse me, Virjan.
Yes.
There's a note about Miss Jyoti Kumari, that she has a small child waiting, so give her a chance to speak.
Okay, but I don't see on the screen. That's why I didn't know. I don't see it on the screen.
Yeah, I think he's waiting. Thank you.
But
Ikra.
it's just if she speaks or Jyoti speaks, then I can, you know, provide the floor. I don't. Okay, please take the floor, because I don't see the activate. Okay, now Gürgen is on the on the screen. Jyoti, Deepak, help. You mentioned, but we didn't see. It wasn't active, so.
I think she just left because I saw the video was closed, but I saw the name.
I didn't see
just left.
active video. So when if they don't turn the camera on, please let me know, because I may not see the screen. You might see it. So, and I want to go to gallery view again. And anyone wants to say a few words who actually hasn't taken the floor, especially Roxana. She is the second winner in media. And also Zeynep Özdemir, she's one of the winners. The ones who couldn't take the floor. This is also for this purpose, to know you a little bit in person. Okay, Ruxana, floor is yours.
Greetings to everyone. This is Rukshana, and I'm from Eyes and Wides in Army. So I'm studying, I'm doing my 12th grade in Velamal Vidyalaya, Chennai, India. So it was such a great opportunity to participate in this competition. And in the process of doing it, I was able to learn a lot about Sustainable Development Goal, and especially the one which I worked on, which was goal number 7, affordable and clean energy. So it was very fun and exciting to work on it. So I thank everyone who supported me, especially the Light Millennium charitable organization. So thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. And really, you are really one of the brightest just the projects you undertaken and your determination. Thank you. Congratulations. So anyone, because I don't want to close the session if someone has something to say, especially second winner and third winners and organizations who involve it. Okay, my call, and I'm looking window, and then I don't see any. Okay, formally, Dream Association, floor is yours. Formally, Dream Association, floor is yours.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome. Yes.
My name is Hirwa Gware. Bienvenue. I'm the founder of the For Lami Dreams Association, and I'm so happy to take part of this great initiation. And I would like to personally thank you for everything you guys have been doing so far to impact in our children. And from there, I believe that we can cooperate and do more to impact the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you for participating and taking active role in encouraging your students. And yes, is anyone like to say something before I close? And if I forget something, please remind me. If I forget to mention any names who has been part of it, supported, please accept my apology. And Eren, now we have your video. Please say a few words. At least we can record you on your video on. Eren, could you say a few words with your video on?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I would also again like to thank the organizers of this event, to my teachers who were also my supporters throughout this competition, and yeah, thank you to everyone again.
Congratulations. Thank you, Eren. So I'm glad that you were able to turn on the camera, so we have your picture in the program.
My computer doesn't seem to recognize.
Maybe just Eren for the record, because during the presentation your camera was off. So just you may mention your full name, school, and the submitted piece and your first place in the category you've been awarded, just for the record. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Eren Koryan. I am from the Darüşşafaka High School in Istanbul in Turkey, and so I wrote a short story about how we can learn from ancient civilizations and ancient politics about freedom and liberty. My story's title was dedicated to all those striving for freedom.
Thank you. Congratulations. And I think there are no requests. So
yes, there is one from Rimba.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes. Okay, please. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm good evening and good morning, good afternoon to everyone. I'm Parent Badhiban, and right now I completed my 12th grade from Velamal Vidyalaya. I am a part of Aizen Army, and a special thanks to the J.U.C Awards and Charitable Trust because for providing us this opportunity to work on, and I feel this opportunity to be really engaging and keeping us participated and always engaged in active competitions. So once again, thanks, but thank you everyone.
Thank you so much. And I wonder if Loyanja Joris is with us, because he was with us. He's the coordinator of Africa. If he wants to say a few words before we close. Loyanja, are you here? Are you with us? He was with us at the beginning. I'm not sure if he is now. Is he? No. Okay. So I think we covered it all, and thank you for your all patience. Yes, Sibel was warning, we've been overrun and long enough, but this is one time of thing in a sense that this combination may not happen to bring together another time, regardless how much we want. So that's why I wanted to give the available time depending on your schedule, so that will also connect us and beyond the formal, a little bit know others who are part of the process and also being awarded. So for the closing, I'd like to recapture what Professor Olca Ünver referred to. We've been really engaged with the water issue since 2021 and 2022. Also, we organized back-to-back two programs. Those are actually paved the way for our acceptance of application for the special accreditation for the UN Water Conference. And actually, I created several hashtags that I consider each will support the water awareness, water conscious game changers from completely different angles. And UN DESA requests that we should make a commitment. And we made the commitment, and our commitment is accept and post on at the UN website. So it is not just organizing an event, and now we have a commitment to the UN. Therefore, it is not ended in terms of with the conference, although we also deliver a successful conference program, side event. But we made a commitment to support the water action agenda, water action decade, towards the water awareness, water conscious, and water game changers. So with that as looking forward, we plan all categories most likely will be dedicated to the water action decade in 2025. And what we hope also, because it is also part of the guideline, we plan, hopefully we will able to work and print and produce maybe very minimum amount. And I'm very pleased to share with you that Ambassador Carrizo is proposed his support to work with me on the book project based on the submissions, not all submissions, but especially the winners, awarded ones, both compiling from 2021 and 2022, also set up a tradition. Also, the students may look at it 20 years, 30 years after this was my piece. So I really like to something both online and printed, as Mr. Damaduran mentioned, and also one of our speakers, printing and something solid is very important, along with, of course, digital world, because once the technologies change and then it becomes like unreachable, what's happened, all the efforts. So we need to work really both classic and traditional and digital as much as we can afford. That's the vision and plan for the 2024. And hopefully we will able to announce 2025 guidelines in March during the World Water Day. That's the projections, what to expect or what we envision. And also, as you know by now, this is a biannual international program of the Millennium Global Charitable Organization, and the J.U.C. Awards. First, the aims at encouraging students' learning, research, and creativity. It also encourages student engagement with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and projects working towards those goals. That's really, you are the proof of that. All this program, this is recapturing what's already has been said. Finally, it works towards fostering international collaborations and partnerships, for which the collaborations at 2023 are a good example. And the 2023 awards were particularly targeted to soliciting submissions from international high school students who study English as a second language. Also, this is also one of the core aspect came out for this project, as all the submissions, submitters, applicants, English is as the second language. So I congratulate from full-heartedly and all our professors and members of the evaluation committee were impressed.
Yes.
And even I could say, getting Professor Grossman's comments, that even our high school students may not have some of the submissions have very high good level English, maybe some of American high school students may not have. So I congratulate all of you once again, and I think we covered it all, if anything is missing, and if not, we are closing the session. Sibel, do you want to say anything after all that extension? this was an internal communication. This will run. I said yes, as long as they like to stay. This is an opportunity for us to communicate. That's my aim. It's this part is informal, but it is part of the program, an extension part of the program. I greatly appreciate your time, effort, contribution, being part of it, deliver speeches and contributions and support, and looking forward to working together and starting maybe next month or the 24 and 25. So thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And certificates will be sent within the next day or two to each recipient or school coordinators, organizations. Thank you so much. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Bye now.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. May I just say a word, because I was behind on checking the chat, and I have a nice message from Elif Yilmaz here, wanting to keep in touch, so that through Bircan we may have the mutual email addresses, because I don't have time now to reply to her.
Certainly. And maybe, I mean, this is out of the context. Especially the election in Turkey really kind of a negative affected all of us for the really following up and being persistent on the global goal and ATATÜRK conference. And I mean, my goal is not only Costa Rica, Turkey, New York, America, and Costa Rica, but I just have the intention and ideas. I don't have the all what, require components, but it will happen. It can happen once all the different components came together, and 50% of it once a university is willing to host it. That's going to be start. Maybe even we can have this at Darüşşafaka. I don't know. I always targeted a university, a college as a academic and international conference. But once we start somewhere, I think it will take on. So then we will be all in Costa Rica, and Elif will be joining us.
That's right.
So, thank you, Ambassador. I hope it's not too much mentioning this, because you know my passion on this project. So
yes. Yes. So keep the address for Elif. Give mine to her.
Sure, I will introduce you through email, so you will also exchange emails afterwards.
All right, please. And to all of you, thanks for participating and for enjoying this presentation. Those who sent submissions, those who encourage others to send submissions, and those who encourage the program to keep up, and to the fellow members of the committee. Everyone is so nice to see you, to share with you from all parts of the world. Here from small Costa Rica, we embrace you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. It was such an honor. It was such an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.